Having been sober for 20 years now and very public about my alcoholism, I'm frequently approached by husbands, wives, friends, family members who believe that someone special in their life may be an alcoholic. It usually goes something like this. I have this person in my life, I really care about them, and their drinking has gotten out of hand. What can I do to help them stop? Well, of course, I have compassion for them, as is the same way I have compassion for those people that I affected whenever I was actively drinking. But the sad news and the short answer is you can't do a whole lot. At best, we have influence on another person, but we can't control them. The beautiful and challenging things about human beings is they are autonomous. They have their own will. It helps to understand that alcoholism is a disease. And this disease, like an allergy, it affects them physically. So when you go and have a couple of drinks with your friends and you start to feel tipsy and you want to stop, that is not the experience of the alcoholic. The alcoholic, with each drink, actually craves the next drink more. Their body does not properly break down the alcohol in their system. Now, it's hard to understand because that's not your experience, but that is the experience of the alcoholic. Where you feel out of control, they feel in control. Where you feel like full, they feel powerful and with a deep desire for more. Now, like any allergy, this can come on late in life. They could have been a regular drinker at some point, or it could be with the very first drink that they take. Mine was after a couple of years of drinking, it really took hold. And it's a genetic disorder often. Other family members have the same disease and have passed it down to their children. So, what happens? Well, the alcoholic continues to try to control and enjoy their drinking, right? Unlike an allergy to strawberries where you would just stop because you know that it sends you to the hospital, alcoholics are addicted to the experience that alcohol produces. What is this experience? Well, it's relief from fear, relief from shame and worry. It allows them to do all kinds of supernatural things almost. They can talk to the pretty girl in the corner. They can dance in public. They can have conversations about things that they were too scared to talk about. And they need that feeling. They're so riddled with fear and resentment and shame that it's very difficult for them to be able to live normally. And so they become addicted to the feeling produced by alcohol, and then they have this physical component that causes them to crave more. So back to my answer. I don't leave people with I'm sorry, you can't do very much, good luck. I try to educate them a little bit about alcoholism, as I just told you. And then I really tell them that the most important thing they can do is to love themselves well. And here are 5 steps that I've put together to help with that. 1, don't blame yourself for their drinking, right? It is their responsibility. They may be trying to blame you. They may be telling you, oh, you did this, and if you didn't do that, I wouldn't drink. That's hogwash. They are responsible for their drinking. Secondly, tell the truth. Now, this seems obvious, right? But it goes something like this. Hey, I love you, man. You're a good friend. I am worried about your drinking and how it's affecting your life. I know I can't change you, but I wanted to let you know that I believe in you and will support you in whatever way feels right to me. 3, don't blame them for your fears about their decisions. I hear all the time from worried moms like, oh my gosh, if they do this, then this is going to happen and that's going to happen and there's going to be these consequences. And don't they realize this, right? but that's their fear. Everybody has their own fear to carry. They cannot blame the other person. Just like the alcoholic cannot blame you for their drinking, you cannot blame them for your fear. Your fear, you have to own that, right? It's your stuff. And there is actually a companion 12-step program called AL-ANON that is for family members of alcoholics or friends or relatives or children. And it helps. One of the steps is designed specifically for dealing with fear. So go to an Al-Anon meeting, talk to a therapist or a coach to help you through that process. 4, set boundaries with consequences. And the tough part, keep them. This is not being cruel, but actually is one of the hardest acts of love. Again, Al-Anon or a therapist or a coach can help you with this. Something like, hey, if you show up to my party drunk again, I'm not going to invite you back next year, right? As clear outlines of behavior that you're willing to accept, and then the consequences if they don't accept it. It's not about loving them or not loving them. It's about preserving your sanity and, again, loving yourself well. They need to have the boundaries and the consequences, right? They need to know that their drinking does affect others. And you need to be free from the fear of their terrible behavior whenever they drink too much. I hope that you found this video useful and that it can serve as an encouragement to you or others that may suffer from alcoholism. Again, find help in your local 12-step program. Contact me. I'm happy to help and share my experience. Talk to a therapist or other licensed healthcare professional. Good luck. I'll be praying for you and hope to see some of you in the future. Take care.